Hey, what's up? You ever wanted auto-scrolling on M8? And by auto-scrolling, I mean that the phrase automatically follows the playhead as it moves down. Normally, when you hit play, it just stays on the same phrase view, so the playhead kind of disappears off screen. You can manually follow it along, of course. You could do that, but you can also make it so it does it automatically. To do this, we need to set up a couple things. First, we need to make an internal Midi instrument. Take a Midi out, set it to internal Midi. This means that it'll send Midi straight back into M8, as if you're connecting the Midi out straight into the Midi in. I like to use channel 16 for this. Doesn't matter which one. Then go into the project settings, set the CC map channel. Don't have it on all, set it to the one that you picked. In my case, 16. And be sure to have the note preview off, that way things don't get messy. All right, so in that phrase where we have the MIDI out instrument, the lowest values correspond to buttons on M8. So C1 is play, C#1 is shift, D1 is edit, D#1 is option, E is left, F is right, F# is up, G is down. So that's play, shift, edit, option, left, right, up, down. And with those, you can basically just set it up so M8 controls itself. I did this for my Ghostwriter track, where I just had M8 write a whole song by itself while it was playing. But in this case, we can also just abuse it to make an auto-scroller. So what we want to do, each time we reach the bottom of the phrase, we want to press option down to go one screen down. So that's play, shift, edit, option. And then we need a second note, which we're gonna add. It's always relative to the value that's here. So that's option, left, right, up, down. So now every time we hit the last row, it should press option down for us. We also need to put an off command there so it doesn't keep holding it. I like to make it like 2 or 3 ticks. If you make it too short, it won't register every time. I mean, it's a bit hacky way to do it anyway. So, but yeah, it should work now. There we go. Now it's auto-scrolling. There's a couple more things you can do. You can set it as a delayed note, so it just does it on the very last tick of a phrase. So that might be a bit nicer even. And you can even make it hop to the next song row. So if you want to do this, you need to figure out what's the button combo that's gonna get you there. We need to do shift left. We need to option down. And then we need to get back in position for that first phrase somehow. The best way I found to do it and the least amount of key presses is shift option, and then option. So that copies the selection, but it also gets the cursor up to the top of the phrase. And then shift right to get back into the phrase. Keep all that in mind, what we need to do. So what we need to do at the end of this fourth phrase is we need to do a shift, that's C#. And we need to add, and we need to add 3. So that's shift left. Next step, we need to do option down. Then we need to do shift option twice. And then we just press option, and then it is shift right. This combination should get us into the next phrase, one chain down. And we, of course, we need off commands for every single one. You can do this over here, or you could do it in a table. So let's see if it works. Cool. You can also use a groove command to make that last couple rows run a bit faster. So we'll set these to 3, set these to 9. So the total is still 96. You can see that down there. And now it should do these commands slightly faster. Yeah, all right. So there is one downside to all this. If you're gonna play outside the phrase, weird things are gonna happen. Like you can see it hops down a screen every time because the internal MIDI is still working. So you can just mute that track and it'll work as normal. Or if you have an external controller, you can just mute that single track. It's still kind of a hacky way to do it, but it might help out in a pinch if you want to do a video or something. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you find this useful. Bye.